Hey everyone, this is Ben from Cheddar Flow, and today is our weekly recap video. Remember, every single Sunday we do these weekly recap videos, so hit the subscribe button down below, literally one click, and you'll be able to watch these every single week. And also on this channel, we're going to have some more tutorial videos coming out, like our dark pool print tutorial video. We're going to have our power alert feature tutorial coming out soon, and then also I'm going to share some of my strategies that I use with Flow and TA to be able to determine the best possible trades. So if that sounds interesting, then we will hop right into it today. All right, so for our first stock, it is Facebook, and well, I guess the company is called Meta now, but ticker is FB. It'll always be Facebook in my eyes. Anyways, we have went over this one in the past week. It actually had a really good continuation off of that alert from the past video. You can see here, actually, this is the mark that I had. So basically this trajectory that I have laid out here is what I drew in the last video, and so far it's played out exactly. So you can see we have this dip right to this line, this trend line that I had right here. We had it go up exactly to this line, got rejected off of it, and now I think we're going to see it consolidate for a bit, and then I believe that it personally will go to my 360 price target as its next one. After that, it's going to have to consolidate for a while until it could actually go shoot up to near all-time highs again. But right now, what I'm looking at, I specifically want to look at the dark pool prints because I want to see if big money is gearing up for a large run on this one. If they're putting in a lot of premium, like the amount right here for dark pool at this level over here, then that's telling me that there is a good potential that not only we're going to hit 360, but also 380, and potentially make a cup and handle pattern if it gets up to this point by, like, I don't know, December, January, or February. So I like looking at the dark pool prints each day as they come through. And for Facebook, Apple, Tesla, and Microsoft, anything over roughly 200 million is quite a bit. Anything over 100 million is still a lot for it, especially if you see a lot of quantity of that. But if it's over 200 million, that's definitely unusual. Anything over 100 million is still quite the print. And you can see right here, we have 157 million print, 101 million. We still have a couple like 50 million, but these are a bit smaller in the grand scheme of things. And this one right here, we have over 200 million. So this was all in one day. There's probably about like over $500 million worth of premium spent just on dark pool for Friday. So that's very interesting to see for Facebook because typically it's not getting over 100 million a day. So with that, we also can look at our dark pool level features here, which we have a tutorial, by the way. If you're unfamiliar how to use it, it's on the channel. But if you look up Facebook on here, you could click any day of the week and you can see how much accumulation happened for those days. And you can see here on Thursday, because I just showed you Friday earlier, we had 105 million print and 111 million print. So that's 2 days in a row we've had multiple over $100 million prints on Facebook. Same thing if we try looking at Wednesday. You can see if there was a lot on this day as well. Look at that, 155 million, 103 million. So people are, especially institutions, because they're the ones that use the dark pools to kind of mask their trading intentions, but institutions are loading at this area right now. Remember, we don't know if it is a buy or a sell, but based on the chart and what the flow is telling us, to me, it seems that it is a lot of buying at this level, and we could rip a lot higher. So that's my thesis on Facebook. So the next ticker I want to go over is Nvidia. This one had a massive move this past week, and you can see with the flow here, especially with the highlighted ones, which we do automatically. Cheddar Flow highlights the super unusual prints. Remember, all these are unusual because they have quite a bit of premium or are super far out of the money. But these that are highlighted are even more unusual than all the other ones. So the fact that we see this many of these are highlighted is just incredible for it, and not that many puts in comparison to how many calls were happening. 72% right here to 28%. So Nvidia obviously had a really strong Friday. And if we look at the chart really quick here, we see that Thursday was that huge breakout day. We did have some weakness on that breakout, but the following day on Friday picked up quite a bit. We have a lot of volume in the past few weeks as well. This is the daily chart, by the way, but in the last 2 weeks, we've had a ton of volume, especially after this big spike that we had right here. And right now, we had a bull flag going on. So the flag was curling down. We were consolidating in this range, and boom, shot straight up out of it after we gapped up. And now we closed at all-time highs for Nvidia. So there is a lot more potential that we could continue to go up even more past this move. Is it extended? Yes, 100% it's extended. Just looking back at the chart, this is where we were sitting literally going into the summer, right at this range at like 155, and now the stock is at 329. So yeah, it is very overextended, but we're playing based off of the flow in the charts. The flow seems to think it's going to continue up a lot higher, so that's just how I'll trade it. Now, you have to make sure that you have your risk mitigated. I'm not holding long. Like, I think it's stupid to go long at this level for, like, I don't know, multiple months or something. But you could trade it intra-week, intraday, and I think that could be a very viable option, especially if you're trading options, to make a lot of money on this one. So I'm going to be watching this one. This is actually my top watch for intraday trades on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this week. So if you're watching Cheddar Flow, I want to see what the whales are picking for the strike. Maybe I'll hop in with them if I see it matches with my TA. But keep NVIDIA on watch. This one is looking really good. All right, and for our last one here, it is Amazon. You probably noticed throughout this video, most of these are like super large cap stocks. Typically, I'll give you guys, especially at the end of our weekly recap videos, maybe a more speculative one that's like a little bit lower on the radar, not one of those big cap stocks you know about, but could have a really massive move going forward. But because of how bullish a lot of these big cap setups are, like even including Apple, which I didn't add in this video, but definitely Apple is a viable option for going up a lot higher. I'm very bullish on it right now. But anyways, all these big cap stocks like Amazon, Tesla, Apple, Microsoft are looking super bullish right now and ready to break out even higher. So because of that, all three of these today are going to be those big cap stocks. And Amazon, none other than Amazon itself, is looking amazing. This flow is really good. We could see some over $1 million premiums right here, another 1.3 right here. And a lot of these also are highlighted ones, kind of like I talked to you about earlier. In this video, 100% call flow is just crazy for that. So no puts were taken at all that were unusual. And just overall, these are looking really good. Close expiration, I like to see that. People were trading weeklies on this one, but also people were adding for December and the following week for November 26th. So we do have to be conscientious. We look at the chart right here. We do have to be conscientious. This is Thanksgiving week, so it tends to be less volume on this week, but the chart has heavy consolidation. I'll draw it right here for you. Heavy consolidation for quite a while between this range roughly. These aren't like exact points or anything, but you can see we're bouncing in between this, give or take a certain amount of levels that we have on here. And right now we're testing the top of that level again. We had a rejection at the top of this level on the daily, but I think there's potential for us to have a cup and handle from this point to over here, and I'll draw that to show you again. But remember, if you remember my CRM call, cup and handles are some of my favorite plays, especially when they're very nicely developed. They can produce a very large move after. And right now, this is the cup, and a handle is potentially forming on the daily within this week or maybe next week, and then we could break out to the upside and maybe even hit 4,000, which, if you look at the call flow right here, that 1.3 million, somebody thinks it's going to hit there by the January 21st of 2022. So that is coming up in 2 months, and it was an institution. So that is interesting that they're thinking the same thing as me, just based on this cup and handle pattern, and we will see if that will actually happen. But anyways, these are the 3 tickers that I am watching for this week. If you enjoyed the video, like it, and also subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys in the next video.